right. So we're diving into a really interesting topic today.
Yeah.
It's this 25 ways to make money on and offline.
Yeah.
And I see NerdWallet put this together, so they're usually on top of things
Right.
when it comes to personal finance and stuff. What got you so interested in this whole making extra money thing? Is it just like that you want to have a little extra padding in your accounts these days, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's always a good time, right, to like have a little more financial cushion.
Yeah.
But this article, it's like, it really stood out to me because it's not just, your typical like online surveys and stuff like that, which we can get to.
Yeah.
But it's like, it covers such a wide range of options to like actually, make some side income.
Okay, so where do they even suggest we start? Like, where's the jumping off point?
Well, they put freelancing front and center. They're calling it the star of the online earning world.
Yeah, and I've heard that too. Like, I've heard people are making really good money. Like, freelance writers, I've heard like $100 an hour or more. Is that really true, or is that just like?
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a real thing.
Okay.
And I think, it's not just churning out content anymore. It's really about having like specialized skills.
Yeah.
So that could be like, writing that incorporates SEO, or it could be, really crafting a compelling brand story,
Right.
or even just like editing AI content to make it sound more human.
You're saying AI is not replacing writers just yet?
Not just yet.
Okay.
It's interesting though, because that makes me think like, is there a way to make money off of the AI itself?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, absolutely. And NerdWallet actually highlights this too. They say that, this whole AI thing could have a $3.7 trillion impact on the North American economy by 2030.
Wow.
So it's a huge deal.
Yeah, so it's like the new gold rush, but it's AI.
Exactly.
So, okay. All right, so let's say I'm not ready to become an AI whisperer or whatever.
Sure.
What are some other options that they recommend that are maybe a little easier to just jump into?
Well, one thing they mentioned that I thought was interesting was testing websites and apps.
Okay.
So sites like usertesting.com,
Okay.
they basically connect you with companies who are just looking for feedback on their digital products.
Wait, so you're telling me I can get paid to just use websites and apps?
Pretty much.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's not a ton of money, but it's definitely a way to earn a little something on the side.
Okay.
And it's pretty easy to get started. Okay.
You just usually have to take like a quick qualification test
Yeah.
to show them that you can provide like valuable feedback,
Okay.
and then you're good to go.
That's awesome. And you know what? That kind of ties into something else I saw here that I wanted to ask you about, which is this whole passion economy thing.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? Like, can you actually make money from your hobbies?
Yeah, so that's the whole idea behind the passion economy, is that you take something you're passionate about
Right.
and you find a way to monetize it.
Okay.
So, NerdWallet mentioned selling handmade crafts on Etsy.
Right.
Or even self-publishing ebooks.
Okay.
As like prime examples of this.
Interesting.
It might not like replace your day job right away,
Right.
but it can be a really like fun and fulfilling way to like share your passions with the world.
And potentially earn some money.
So we've got freelancing, we've got AI, we've got passion economy.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there? Like, what other online avenues did they uncover?
Oh, there's this whole other category that they kind of lumped into quick online gigs.
Okay.
So things like online surveys,
Right.
which you mentioned.
Yeah.
Those aren't going to make you rich.
Right.
But, platforms like Swagbucks and Survey Junkie can be an easy way to earn a little something.
Right, like getting paid for your 2 cents.
Exactly.
Literally.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's say you need more than a little something. What about something that's a little more lucrative?
Let me see. One that stood out to me was actually selling unused gift cards.
Oh.
You know how it is?
Oh, yeah.
Get a gift card for a store you never go to?
Yeah. It just sits in a drawer.
Totally. I have so many of those.
Right.
Yeah.
So there are websites like Card Cash and Gift Cash
Okay.
where you can actually sell those and get some money back for them.
What?
Yeah.
No way. I had no idea.
Yeah, you might not get the full value, obviously,
Right.
but it's something.
That's amazing. Okay, so finding hidden treasures in your own home.
Exactly.
Okay, well, speaking of that then,
Yeah.
what about this whole sharing economy thing?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's supposed to be the new gold mine for side hustlers or whatever.
Yeah, it definitely can be.
Okay.
And I think, a lot of people think just like Uber and Lyft,
Right.
which those are still great options,
Right.
but it's so much more than that now.
Okay, so what else is there?
So delivery services have become huge.
Like Instacart and Uber Eats and DoorDash?
Right.
It seems like everyone's using them these days.
I know, I'm so guilty of it.
Right.
Because it's just so easy.
Exactly, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
People are busy. They want that convenience, and they're willing to pay for it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's great for the people working, too, because it's like, you know, you
Right.
can set your own hours.
Right.
You can kind of work when you want.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's just a really flexible way to make some extra cash.
That's awesome. Okay, so
Yeah.
we've got delivery services. What about some of these other ones that are offline?
Okay, so offline, let's see.
Because there were some interesting ones in here.
Yeah, there were a couple that really kind of tapped into this whole, like,
Right.
nostalgia and sustainability thing.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I love nostalgia.
Okay, well, you know how our parents used to tell us, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Oh, yeah.
So selling gently used clothing and accessories,
Okay.
that is huge right now.
Okay.
And it's a great way to, like, declutter your closet
Right.
and potentially make some money.
Yeah, and it's good for the environment.
Exactly. It's sustainable.
Okay.
So you're being environmentally conscious.
Yeah, where do you even start with that, though?
So online platforms are great,
Right.
like ThreadUp and Poshmark. Those
Right.
are really popular.
Right.
But don't discount consignment shops either.
Okay.
Those are still around.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are really selective now.
Right.
So they only take like higher quality stuff.
Okay.
So, you know, you might be able to get a good price for your stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about, like, tech? Because we all have that box
yeah.
of old phones and laptops and stuff.
The digital graveyard.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we're all hoarders, but with technology.
Yes. Okay, so what do we do with that?
So there are websites now, like Swappa and Gazelle,
Okay.
that specialize in buying and selling used electronics.
Okay.
So it's easier than ever
Wow.
to like turn that clutter into cash.
So instead of having them sit in a box, they could be funding my next tech purchase. I like it. Okay. So
What about if you need cash like that day, though? Like, what's the fastest way?
Oh, for instant gratification.
Yes.
Okay, so eco ATM kiosks.
Okay.
Those are a game changer.
Okay.
You just take your old phone,
Right.
you find one of their locations.
You drop it off and you walk away with cash.
Wow. Technology is amazing.
Right.
Okay, but before we get too excited about decluttering and making all this money,
Yeah.
we got to be mindful of e-waste, right?
Absolutely.
Like, we don't want to just be...
Yeah, it's really important to dispose of electronics responsibly.
Yeah.
That's why I like those platforms like Swappa and Gazelle,
Okay.
because they're really big on that.
Okay.
Like, they make sure that those devices are either refurbished and given a new home,
Okay.
or they're recycled properly.
Oh.
So you know you're not contributing to the problem.
Right, so it's all about that balance
Exactly.
of, like, responsibility and still making that money.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Well, what about some of these that are more people-facing?
Oh, yeah.
Because those always require a little more consideration.
Right, for sure.
Like babysitting and tutoring and all that.
Yeah, so with those, it's really important to think about safety and trust.
Okay.
So platforms like care.com and Sitter City can be really helpful because they often provide background checks and other safety features. So
Okay.
it gives both parties peace of mind.
That's good to know. So it seems like there really is something for everyone.
There really is.
Even if you're someone who doesn't really like people, you can find something.
Exactly.
So it seems like we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From like the digital world to like digging through our closets.
Yeah.
What other money-making opportunities did NerdWallet dig up for us?
Well, they definitely saved a couple interesting ones
Okay.
for the end here.
Okay, let's hear.
Have you ever like fantasized about living a double life?
Who hasn't? Yeah, totally.
Okay, well.
Like undercover agent, all that.
Okay, so maybe not the CIA or anything.
Okay.
But
Okay.
mystery shopping.
Wait, really? That's a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was like a myth.
No, it's totally a real thing.
No way.
Yeah, so companies are always looking for feedback
Right.
on like their customer service.
Okay.
The quality of their products, just
Yeah.
the overall shopping experience.
Okay.
And that's where mystery shoppers come in.
Right.
You basically get to play the role of like a regular customer,
Right.
but you're secretly evaluating the business.
Wow. So it's like being a secret agent,
Basically.
but for consumers.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How do I get started with that?
So NerdWallet mentions a few different platforms. Okay. IntelliShop, Bestmark, Sinclair Customer Metrics.
Okay.
Those are all good places to start.
Okay.
But as always, do your research.
Okay.
Be wary of scams.
Right.
You know, a legitimate company is not going to ask you to pay upfront fees
Right.
or give them any sensitive information.
Okay, good to know.
So yeah, just be smart about it.
All right, so for our final side hustle,
Okay.
let's talk drones.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember when those were like,
Toys.
yeah, like a futuristic toy or whatever.
Right.
But now it seems like they're everywhere.
Well, and for good reason, right?
Yeah.
They've gotten so sophisticated.
Right.
The technology has come so far.
Okay.
And there are so many applications now.
So it's not just like taking cool aerial videos and putting them on YouTube.
No, you can actually make some serious money with these things.
Okay. Like what?
So, for example, real estate agents.
Yeah.
They love using drones now
Okay.
to take aerial photos and videos of properties.
Oh, that's smart.
Right. Because it gives potential buyers like that bird's eye view.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about other industries?
Oh gosh, you see them everywhere now.
Yeah.
Like aerial inspections of infrastructure,
Okay.
like bridges and power lines,
Wow.
agricultural surveys,
Okay.
package delivery.
It's like endless.
It really is.
Okay, so before I quit my job and start my drone empire,
Right.
are there any like legal things I need to know about?
Yeah, so the FAA has rules and regulations
Okay.
about like, where you can fly them,
Right.
how high you can fly them.
Okay.
You'll need to like pass a test,
Okay.
register your drone,
Okay.
things like that. So you're flying safely and legally.
Right. Safety first.
Always.
Always. Okay, so we covered a lot
We did.
in this deep dive.
We sure did.
What are some things you hope people took away from this?
I think the biggest takeaway is that
Yeah,
there really is a side hustle out there for everyone.
it's true.
No matter what your interests are,
Yeah.
what your skills are,
Uh-huh.
how much time you have,
Right.
there's a way for you to make some extra money.
It's all about finding that right fit
Exactly.
and not being afraid to try new things.
Exactly. And things are changing so fast,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
got to be adaptable.
That's true. Well, this was awesome.
Yeah, this was fun.
I learned so
Me
much.
too.
And I know our listeners did too.
I hope so.
So thanks for coming on the show and sharing all your insights with us.
Thanks for having me.
This was great. And for everyone listening, be sure to check out the next episode where we'll dive into a whole new topic.
Can't wait.